re-emphasizing the government's resolve to ensure that as our children come back to school, they are kept in a safe environment. I would also want to urge the rumor mongers and people who just look at negatives and keep hammering them, that these are our children. They are not monkeys. And now that we have decided we are moving forward with them, ours should be to encourage them and not to discourage them. And I'm charging everybody, and I believe everybody is related to a child, that from now on, can we have positive thinking, and that if there's a problem, as you point out the problem, also help us to solve it. To our teachers, our gallant teachers, the success of the step that we have made, which is being assisted by other external publics like KCB, shall only succeed if we put everything in what we are going to do. Nobody shall be able to compensate you. We are going to expect that you go the extra mile. We are going to expect that you work overtime without pay. And that is what's going to happen to everybody for the time being. And you are not doing it for the government, you are doing it for our children. So I want to thank you most sincerely once again, Mr. Wegara, and also to hope that by the time the day is complete, maybe I may find 1 or 2 phone calls, and if you see me in your office, it doesn't matter. For us, where we have reached now, even if you give us just 100,000 masks, we shall be grateful for them, because you can see that I can go and rest, because these guys are masked. The place is too small. The government policy was to ensure that everybody is at school. That policy has not changed, and is a very good policy indeed. And you are aware that the policy of His Excellency the President of 100% transition required that we go to the public and even get those girls who gave birth 3 years ago and take them to school, and that's what we did. For those children who may be pregnant, as we deal with the criminals, may I assure them that they have nothing to fear. They should come back to school. Teachers should be very, very empathic with them, giving them all the assistance. And when the time comes, they should be given the opportunity to go and give birth. And after winning, they shall come back and continue with learning. I want to leave it there. I will not take any questions. Perhaps just one thing about school fees. I have said that as we comply with the government requirements, for those few who still have to pay fees, primary school is free, so there's nothing like fees. Day secondary schools are free. But for the boarding schools, where boarding charges are charged, may I once again plead with our principals and head teachers to ensure that no child is sent home on account of school fees, both in the private and the public sector. Because people think I keep talking about public. Even the private schools. Finally, for the private schools, where some people have tried to equate reopening with those who had online classes, we want to make it very clear that all children will start from where they left. All children will start from where they left, and like I've said, the gold standard are these two. So even if you make so much noise, if you send a child home because the child did not engage in online classes, that is criminal, and we shall come for you. The fact that it's a private school does not protect you. And I'm going to ask the leader, Mutheo Kasanga, to ensure that as we open, nobody takes advantage of the children. Let us be empathic with the parents, and no parent should be ashamed to bring the child to school, because that's where I want them. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.